Welcome to Levels of Geeks Live, bringing you the latest topics in cinema, plus 4K reviews, movie reviews, and more. Battle the leaderboard to earn cool prizes. The only place on YouTube that your opinion matters. And now your host of Levels of Geeks Live, Alex and Friends.
Welcome everyone to a new show. I'm your host Alex Figueroa, and my co-host is
Nate from Netflix Reviews.
Welcome to this new episode. Everybody's wondering, was TransformerCon? Well, I sent him a link on the YouTube chat. I'm waiting for him to click it so he could join us live, and then we're gonna have Triboro Gigolo live on the show with us, and then we're gonna talk about all the Lord of the Rings and everything. But how is everyone doing, Nate? I haven't talked to you in a while. So how you been, man?
Pretty good. Been busy. My mom had a birthday this weekend. So
nice.
Mama Dukes. Yeah, went over there.
Mama
she recently
Dukes.
she had a hip replacement, which went well.
Nice.
So she's can't leave. So we all went to their house, my parents' house, brought her a cake. My sister cooked dinner. It was fun. Hung out with the family. Sunday was football day. Obviously, my Ravens, I play off football, watched the game, went and got some barbecue because we won. I was very excited.
Nice.
And then Triboro, of course, got me watching this long movie, so I put that on. Watched that last night. Then today I worked all day. I've just been kind of doing stuff, keeping busy. So weekend was good. How about you?
I've been really good, dude. I dropped 4 pounds.
Hey,
So I started my
cheers.
workout, right? Yeah, so I started my workout, right? Yeah, cheers. I started my workout. I was at 2. I started the program, Back to Fit program. So I started at 214.2 and I dropped 210. So
Nice.
I'm happy with that. I'm doing the keto diet. So I'm having fun with that. Now I'm starting to do the lifting portion and I'm having fun with it. It's like a therapy for me to get things out of my mind. So I'm having fun with that. We started doing the video game on the channel again. I played Valhalla for the first time. Dude, I'm mad addicted to the Viking game. I'm loving it.
You ended up going to Assassin's Creed. Nice.
I went Assassin's Creed, man. I'm loving it. I'm playing a chick.
Oh,
So I call
I
that
think you get to choose,
Alcata.
right?
That's my character. So I've been having fun with that. But again, I want to say what's up to everyone that is watching us live tonight.
And thank you, everyone, for all the compliments. They're all saying how great I look because I shaved my beard. I was really telling right, literally 2 minutes before we went on. I was like, I shaved my beard. I shaved 2 pounds and about 4 years right off my face.
Dude, I shaved too. Look, see, I
look like
got
a
rid of
baby.
everything.
Look at us.
Look at that. Yeah,
Look
we look
at us
good
out here.
I finally
Levels of
look good.
hunks.
Levels of hunks. All right, so let's say what's up to everyone that's with us live tonight. Triboro Gigolo, please hit that link on top so you can join the show, so we can start this puppy. Unboxing with me, unboxing. Thank you for showing up. Vortex Studio, what's up? Whack a Butcher, I got your photos. We're going to talk about that in the few. Stephanie's in the house. I'll buy the popcorn. Jay Manley, Sam Jr., and my girl Backlish is back finally. Where were you?
That's right.
Looking for you last week. Where were you, girl? Of course, TransformerCon is with us live from Canada. Again, I said Vortex Studios. We got Brando Critic. I don't know if he's still with us.
He just stopped in to tell us Lord of the Rings holds up and then left. I don't know.
That's what he did?
That's all he did.
That's what he did? Oh, I don't think it holds up, but I will talk about that when we talk about it. Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. I'm about to break some knowledge up in this piece. It's in I pinned it. Did I pin it? I think I pinned the link. Can anyone... did I pin the link? I think I pinned the link. All right, you know what? I'll put it again. Oh, here you go. Let me pin it. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Why is it not pinning now? Why is always got to be something before we go live? There's always got to be some stupidity.
Triboro is still watching Lord of the Rings. That's why he's late, because it's 6 hours long. He started it late. No, just kidding. I don't know. He picked this movie. Remember a couple weeks ago he called in and he was like, we were like, hey, we want to.
There you go. I dropped it again.
We said pick any movie, and he said, what about Lord of the Rings?
There you go. I
So we
pinned the
watched
message. I pinned the
Now
message
it's
for you.
there.
Yeah, so we started watching Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry I cut you off.
Yeah. I only
Really
watched
bad
the
of
first
me.
one.
Yes.
No, that's okay. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. That's the one. I mean, not Return of the King. Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
That's the one we're only talking about that one, guys. So we're not, maybe, I mean, I'm sure, I would imagine it might come up the rest of the series, but we only kind of reviewing, discussing the first movie tonight, just so you guys know.
But we're going to have some fun again. Like I said tonight, everyone's getting mad because I said I don't think it holds up. But again, we're going to be talking about that. Just going to have some fun with you guys. But again, guys, so we have some timers here. The way this is going to go, we got 3 topics for this new segment. 10 minutes each topic. Once the timer runs out, we're going on to the next topic. So it's just going to be pure discussion, 10-minute flat. Then we're going into a 30-minute Lord of the Rings discussion. Right after that, it's open to you guys for 10 minutes, and the show is over. We're not going 2 hours plus because we're gonna try to be very like live show status, like NBC status here. Because sometimes we be going like 3 hours a plus, and I don't have the stamina. My throat be going out the next day. So
hey, y'all already see what happens to me if we go too long.
Yeah, he goes to sleep. Yeah, he's sleepy. Yeah, he needs Taco Bell. We're going to have some fun. Like I said, Triboro is now live with us. So we're going to start this. I was not going to start this show until my man Triboro was in. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, we got a timer. He wasn't just saying there's a timer. He actually has a timer. Now, I feel like if the segment doesn't warrant the full 10, then we'll
continue going.
Maybe we'll stop it. Yeah, we'll stop it early. Like the one you mentioned to me, I don't know if it will cover a whole 10 minutes.
No, it's not.
Just
it's
so y'all
not.
know, 10 will be the max. And
Okay.
There it is. Wearing a Mets hat.
That's what I love, man. That's what I
like
love.
to see.
What's up?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Oh, wow. You sound incredible. I can hear you really
Chilling.
good.
Yeah. You sound good, man. You look good. I love the
Hey,
hat.
welcome to Levels of Hunks.
Levels of hunks, baby.
There we
With John Burrow rocking that Francisco Lindor hat.
That's
what I'm
right.
talking about. But anyway, all right, so let's get this thing going. Triboro, please plug in your stuff. I put everything at Triboro in the description, so you guys please follow him. He has great content, movies, music, breaks it all down with his group of friends or himself. But again, please.
Yes.
Go ahead, dude. Break down your stuff. What do you do there?
Follow. I just talk about my love for music and comics and video games. Movies I'm doing. So I'm starting to do more movie stuff now. So it's just like a dedication to my childhood growing up, and appreciate everybody following and showing me a lot of love.
Love it. Love it.
Nice.
All right, so let's get to this top 3. Now, this topic, I am going to be calling it, What's Happening in Hollywood?
We need a sounder. We need a little soundboard.
I'm going to put together a soundboard of it, like, what's happening in Hollywood? Yeah. So the first topic we got that's coming out of Hollywood that said, Alex, is Sex and the City's getting rebooted, right? This is crazy. All right, because this is where it gets nuts. Sarah Jessica Parker, Cynthia Nixon, and Kristen Davis is all returning for $1 million per episode. Guys, how crazy is that?
I got a question.
Yes.
How many episodes is it?
Timer is on. They're not saying yet right now how many episodes. I can't find that right now. But they have not named how many episodes. So right now it's typical 5 or 6, so $6 million.
8 maybe HBO.
$8 million per character.
So that's $24 million budget just on the now.
3 actresses.
I'll tell you guys what. You guys are here in the right. You got the right panel to talk about some Sex in the City. You got some dudes. I've never even seen an episode of Sex in the City. But
Me either.
I'm familiar with it. I am familiar. My sister used to watch it. I have a sister. She used to watch it. She bought the box set, I think, of like DVDs and stuff. She liked it. I know it's very popular. This seems on par for the course with these kind of reunion, reboot, shows. You want to get the original cast back. You don't want to have to. Well, they're not going to recast, but you don't want to have like just Sarah Jessica Parker coming back, right? You got to get as many of them as possible. I know Kim Cattrall's not coming back. I did hear that for whatever reason, but hey, you know what? More power to them. That was a very popular show for HBO. Huge. Had 2 movies. They made a lot of money. So they can afford it. They can afford it.
Guys, I just found out how much episodes it's going to be.
How many?
10 episodes.
10?
Yep, so that's $30 million,
$30 million
for 3 actresses.
Just for the actresses. That doesn't count the cameras, all the other expenses. I can't imagine it's a super expensive show to film.
No.
You know what I mean? It's not like there's no special effects or anything. It's just ladies in buildings and stuff.
And cosmos.
I think it's cool.
All right.
Good for them. I mean, get their money. They haven't been doing nothing since then, so.
Yeah, get paid. Triboro, what do you think of $1 million an episode?
I mean, they deserve it. Sex and the City been on for a long time. It was a successful HBO show, so I think they deserve every money they get.
Yeah, I mean, so check this out. So for those of you who do not know, these are the actors that are getting paid $1 million per episode in their like TV shows. This is the latest television stars to join the 1 million per episode club, which also includes Steve Carell for Netflix Space Force, Nicole Kidman for Hulu's 9 Perfect Strangers, Reese Witherspoon and Kerry Washington for Hulu's Little Fire Everywhere, as well as Witherspoon and Jennifer Anderson for Apple TV The Morning Show. That is crazy. That the amount of money those people are getting per episode.
If you look at those names compared to these names, that's a little like Nicole Kidman's a movie star actress. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Steve Carell, very The Office was maybe one of the most famous American TV shows in the last, 50 years ever. Reese Witherspoon's a movie actress. Kerry Washington, more so for TV, but Scandal was those people have a lot of big success. These 3 ladies only really have, Sarah Jessica Parker's been in movies, but the other 2 really are just Sex and the City actresses. So,
right.
The fact that Cynthia Nixon and Kristen, what was her name? Davis?
Yeah.
Something like that? Okay.
Yeah.
The fact that they're up there too, hey, good for them. I can't
look,
be mad at them.
Good for that. Now, we went 5 minutes on this, so you know what? I'm going to hit that reset button, and it's time to move on. That's all we needed. All right, so let's go to story number 2, which this is actually going to be pretty good, and this is right up our alley, not Sex and the City stuff, you know what I mean? Jared Leto's Morbius got pushed back for 7 months delay. It's going to come out now in October, the new movie, Morbius. So, guys, the timer is on, 10 minutes. What do you think, starting with Triboro? What do you think of this news, Morbius getting delayed?
As long as it come out, I want to see the film because I used to watch the Spider-Man animated show on Fox, back in the day, and I remember the whole Morbius storyline. So I would definitely want to see it. It looks good from the trailer. If push it back, for more time or whatever to make it perfect, that's cool. But as long as it come out.
All right, Nate?
Yeah, at this point, let's be real. At this point, a movie actually getting released is more newsworthy than one getting pushed back. This was supposed to come out last year. So this was a 2020 movie that got moved into, March of 2021, and now October of 2021. Look, at this point, I will watch whatever comes out when it comes out. I no longer care about the delays. After last year, they will never have effect on me again. They used to bother me back in the day when movies used to come out on time. Now, I'm a new man. 2020 made me a new man. I couldn't care less. This movie will come out at some point. I will watch it, and then I will review it because that's what I do. So, whatever. Cool. If it came out in October, if it came out in 2022, I don't care. I'll see it eventually.
Yeah, it's funny what. Well, first of all, I didn't even know until I looked this up, and I was like, holy crap, this is the first movie that got announced, a pushback. And we're in January, all right? So we got, 2 more months, right? January, February, March, April. So we got 4 months until the big boys come up. 007, right. Black Widow, the ones that everybody really want to see. Will those movies be pushed back? And that's the question, all right, we already know Morbius is the first one to get pushed back. And again, it's not like a highly anticipated film for everybody. It's up there because it looks good. For me, I'm definitely going to watch it because I like vampires, and this looks actually really good coming out of that Marvel vault. There's only one vampire, and that's Blade for me. But I'm going to let Morbius live right now. But with that said, guys, do you think this is going to start the domino effect of movies being pushed back to December, October, November, September? No? You think
this won't be the one. This won't be the one that sets that off. It would have to be a bigger movie than this. Not that this is not a okay. It's not a big movie in the sense of this is not a known franchise. He's not a super well known character. You know what I mean?
Okay.
it's in the Spider-Man universe, but it's a spin-off essentially. So no, this ain't gonna be the one that triggers the domino. If No Time to Die or Black Widow get pushed back again, then yes. Then I think those will be the ones that kind of start. I did read an article not that long ago that Regal's planning or hoping to open their U.S. theaters back in March. So if that stays on target, that more theaters are opening back up because they're hoping for New York and L.A. by March.
To get
the way
vaccinated?
LA is going. By the way L.A. is going, they're never going to open back up. But maybe New York, at least, they need one of the big markets because New York is the biggest movie market. New York and L.A. are the biggest movie markets. So if they can get one of them, they're going to open their theaters with more theaters opening. I think those are more telling than Morbius getting pushed back.
All right, Triboro, what do you think?
I agree with Nate. I think it has to be like a major movie release this year to get pushed back, and then that'll start the domino effect for the other, releases and the smaller releases as well.
Well, I mean, we already know HBO Max is going to be showing off all their 2021 slate, and as we speak, they are negotiating with Godzilla and Khan and Dune for their, money issues that they were complaining about. Again, guys, I'm going to check out right now the chat to see what you guys think about these first two topics.
I'm pulling something up because I'm pulling up Wonder Woman. While you do that real quick, Wonder Woman's box office.
Okay.
Because I want to see something. So
all right. Horror and Coffee said Godzilla vs. Khan is still late for its scheduled release, both in theater and HBO Max. Yeah, that's going to come out automatically because of HBO Max. So that's not going to change. James Perez is in the house. He says, I'm going to watch it, but not like must see. Okay. Tony Movie Chappie says, do you guys think that Morbius will be rated R just with Venom 2 being rated R, and plus he's a vampire? I hope it's rated R.
I doubt it.
You doubt?
I doubt it.
It would like. I mean, I don't really. I mean, what is the big difference with it being rated R and PG-13? Unless there's like, some nudity or
that's true.
Language,
extreme gore.
Extreme gore. Right.
They're not gonna do that because if they're gonna introduce this character into the Spider-Man universe, they're not going to go too crazy with him, and then they're going to have to tone it way back when he shows up in the Spider-Man movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even with Venom, if it's R, I bet it's not. Because the first Venom was pretty violent. Like, he bites a dude's head off, and it was still PG-13. So, I don't even know if that one really needs to be R, let's be honest. There are certain characters that should be. Morbius, on a service level, should be. It's a vampire, should be bloody, should be gory. But I don't think they will. Because they have to tie it into a franchise that's very PG-13 at most. So it's kind of hard to do.
Right. All right, so here we go. Sam Jr. says, are they going to delay Venom 2 and Spider-Man 3 too? That I do not know. I know Unboxing told me today, he DM'd me saying that they are going to reveal a trailer for the movie for Venom 2 during the Super Bowl. So I guess that's when you guys will see a first look into the Venom 2. I guess that's where we're going to see a lot of first looks of a lot of these blockbusters during the Super Bowl. So I'm looking forward to. I don't care who the hell's playing in the Super Bowl. I love the trailers. I mean, that's everybody's thing, right? Everyone sees the Super Bowl for trailers and the halftime show, and of course their favorite team. But I'm not a big football guy, so for me it's just to watch the Super Bowl.
Only if my team is in it. Otherwise, I don't really care.
Yeah, like I just watch it for entertainment value, and see how the refs will screw something up. But other than that, I'm good. Vortex Studio says no, they won't. Okay, they're not pushing it back. I think we're pretty much good. Yes, we are good.
All right, so
how do we go?
I found my numbers. Really
All right,
quick.
Go ahead.
So,
3 minutes left.
Wonder Woman, domestic. This is not a bad number because I'll tell you why. $32.6 million domestic so far. Okay, international 99.5. Worldwide, it's made 132 million. Okay. Now, the international number is not crazy strong, but I don't know how many markets are still closed or whatever. The U.S., L.A. closed, New York closed. Those make up a huge number within theaters, right? So you have the two biggest markets plus the entire chain of Regal theaters, which is hundreds of theaters. I think it's like 300 and something theaters in the U.S., right?
Okay.
So they still pulled 32 million. The point I'm trying to make is, as if one of those other markets open and Regal reopens, let's say, it does seem like the very, very high-end, top big movies could still make money. Or start to make money again, I should say. You know what I mean? Which is promising and good for theaters. Like 32 million, you say, oh, that's not that much. But when you say 32 million with half the theaters in the country closed, you know what I mean? Double it, it'd be 64. And it'd be 64 million with people scared to go even to the movie theater. So that's not terrible when you look at it that way. So I don't think more, all that to say, I think the big movies, the No Time to Die, the ones that can still really make a big gain, if they get pushed back, then I think you start seeing other stuff get pushed back.
All right. Anything else, Triboro, under this umbrella you want to talk about before we move on?
Well, I think, like, I mean, if we're still dealing with this pandemic, those planned release dates, why not just put it on streaming?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big question. Why they're not releasing none of these movies in streaming? I just think they're going to lose a lot of revenue because people are not going to go to the theater. They'd rather just stay home, not to support the film.
Except me.
Except Nate.
I'll be going to that theater every week.
Yeah, his ass is already printed on the seat. He was
I'm the only one there. It's
yeah,
great.
pretty much.
I love it. It's fantastic.
No, that's
Take me to
awesome.
my reserved seat, sir. Yeah. There's no one else going to be here.
All right, here we go. Wow, we did it under 9 minutes and 50 seconds. How awesome is that?
James just said there's 549 Regal theaters in the U.S. All of them are closed. So imagine if half of them were open. You know what I mean? That's extra money, period.
That is.
Thanks for James. Thanks James for the stats.
All right, so here we go. This is the next topic. Guys, this is going to be a little sensitive because it's dealing with the capital issue of the raid that happened this week. But it's not about that. It's about something that happened in it. So this is 10 minutes. Now, what's going on is Marvel is under pressure because a lot of people are telling them to retire the Punisher character logo. If you notice, there's a photo that's going around of one of the rioters that he jumped. You know, he has a ties. Don't know why he has hand ties. He's rocking the Punisher logo on his vest with the U.S. With the United States logo, and there's a lot of people calling now for them to retire the logo or get rid of Frank Castle as a whole. So yeah, I want to see what you guys think. But here goes some quotes. This is from Twitter. I don't say this lightly. It's time for Marvel to put the Punisher out of misery. The concept is corrupted. Another person says on Twitter, hey, Marvel, I love the Punisher, but the character and symbol are corrupted forever. It's time to retire Frank Castle. Now, this guy is an artist that drew for Punisher for 20 years. His name is Mitch Gerards. He says, yup, I worked on Punisher for 20 issues, including the 2 Kevin wrote. I designed a new skull. I designed a patch for charity using it. Seeing it, thankfully, it's not mine, meaning that's not his logo that he drew. Used by these groups today shows Marvel needs to retire it till it's no longer adapted as a symbol of hate. Now, guys, what do you think out there? Of course, if you guys are in the chat, please let me know what you guys think about this. And you guys now, Triboro, what do you think about them trying to push Marvel into retiring Frank Castle or this Punisher logo?
I think that's a bad idea. That's an iconic logo. You know, I grew up, reading those comics. I don't think because of what happened at Capitol that they should just retire the symbol, because it's not Marvel's fault that this guy that we're looking at, is wearing the symbol, and he think that's more publicity for that character.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. Nate.
Oh, okay. So,
Nate the hate.
This is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard in my life. I am not a big fan of the current, what we call it, cancel culture, right? Anything that gets, if someone does something or if something gets used by a group who you don't associate with or you don't like, you now have to cancel the whole thing. Absolutely foolish. Number one. Number two, what if it was a Superman logo? What if this man came with this thing and had a Superman S on the little thing? Do you think everyone will say, we must cancel Superman, we must get rid of the logo of Superman? They won't. It's because it's a skull, and people, listen, it's a skull, for crying out loud. It could be any form of skull. This is beyond foolish. I'm very tired of the internet, because the internet is what causes a lot of this. You know, we're sitting here on the internet talking right now, so whatever. But internet culture, social media, things like this, you know, it sets a bad precedent when you start obliging these things and start like going along with these people and canceling every little thing that because this other group of people who you don't agree with, you know, one guy put a tiny little Punisher skull on his thing, and now they want to cancel an entire, you know, thing that people make their livelihood off of writing those comics. You know what I mean? People have made entire careers off of that. That's number one. Number two, the character. Look, it's a vigilante character. Batman is a vigilante character. Are we going to cancel Batman? Oh, he's different because he doesn't kill anybody. He's still a vigilante. He goes outside of the law. The point is, there's so many of these characters. To cancel one, you must cancel them all if you're going to do that. I hate it. I think it's very stupid.
Yeah, look, I agree with you. I mean, it's funny because, like, you see a lot of this, you see a lot of the Punisher logos. I mean, even in the, I think they have photos of, like, I think SWAT or military people having it in there somewhere on their suit. You know, it's like a symbol of justice or whatever the hell it is. I don't care. I mean, to me, it's a cool symbol. It's a comic book hero. You know, he's doing something, whatever you want to call it. But in terms of the rioters wearing the symbol and technically he's having the symbol over the United States flag, so it's not like he has it over like a Nazi flag or like Frank Castle is American. So it's not like, I mean, Frank Castle's more American than you can get. He has guns. He kills people because he's an ex-cop. So, like, my thing is like, I understand what they're trying to do, but I agree with you, Nate. It's one of the most stupidest ideas to cancel this, because if you're going to cancel this, there is tons of superheroes out there. Captain America is one of those. You're going to have to cancel his ass, too. Like, I mean, it's just one of those things.
It also gives these people who these people are disagreeing with, let's call them the rioters, for example.
Yeah, the rioters. Yeah.
It's giving them way too much power to be able to put something on a shirt or a vest or whatever, and then they wear that, so now we must cancel everything that they ever thought. Are we going to cancel zip ties? This guy's holding a bunch of zip ties. Do we need to take those off the shelves because this guy used zip ties? So now we cannot have zip ties. We can't have I see he's wearing a hat. We can't wear hats anymore. Like, this is so foolish. Whoever started this needs to be taken off of whatever social media that they're on, that they posted it in the first place. This is ridiculous. I mean, whatever. I think it's so stupid. This is why this is why I don't talk about certain things with certain people, because although I am I can speak well and I cannot get too mad, you know what I mean? Yeah. I get very frustrated because it's like, this is very stupid. This is not the argument. This is not the topic for everything that's going on. The least of anyone on Earth's worry should be if the man has a Punisher skull on a tiny flag on his chest.
Exactly.
Look, I agree with you. I'm just gonna read the last sentence that this stupid article wrote.
God.
This is the dumb.
Okay.
No, this is really stupid what he wrote.
Okay.
He goes, regardless, something needs to change about the Punisher. Marvel can't sit around and do nothing. Otherwise, the character and his iconic logo will be tainted forever. How is he tainted? Like, he didn't do nothing. Like, at all. Like, the character didn't. Frank Castle did not pull up to the Capitol and started the riot. Like, he didn't even do nothing. So, like,
yeah, so we're going to have to start canceling everything that everyone does. Whoever you don't agree with, whoever's these rioters or whatever, anything they like, we're going to have to cancel because they have given it a bad name. They've tarnished it. Please, yes. I can't like Punisher anymore because this guy was wearing Punisher. Oh, my gosh, I can't buy. Then don't buy it anymore if you don't want to buy it anymore. Why you got to cancel it for everybody who likes it? Give me a break.
Yeah, so, and then what does that mean for the future of Marvel? That means there's going to be no Punisher TV show or the character showing up in movies, future movies? That's the question I got to say, because if you're going to cancel the logo, Frank Castle has to show up with his vest and the skull. There's no way. He ain't going to show up with, like, a McDonald's logo going, hey. Like, I don't know. I'm not getting it. I think it's very stupid.
Not big enough. They're not big enough to fight it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe Marvel, not that they're not big enough. I don't know if they would. Something like, you remember back in the day when, like, there was, like, a lot of school shootings and they blamed it on video games. They said it was, like, violent video games. But video games make billions of dollars, so really they're not going to cancel that. You know, they're not going to get rid of the entire industry. they go to court and everything and figure out a way. Hey, yeah, you know what? Maybe it doesn't cause violence or whatever. This is a scapegoat. These are things that people always try to use as any way to kind of get rid of or talk about something. They don't have to change a darn thing with the Punisher. I would have never saw this picture. I'd never even seen this picture. It didn't affect my day at all. It didn't affect my view on the Punisher. I didn't even know this existed. So the fact that someone dug this up, looked into it that much, and then came up with this entire idea is absolutely ridiculous.
Well, no, this was posted on CNN. Now, this was posted
CNN?
on CNN.
Oh, yeah, don't even get me started with CNN.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that this was posted on CNN. But
Not
anyway,
surprising.
with that said, 1 minute left. Triboro, anything you want to say over the stupidity?
Nope. I think Nate said everything that I was thinking, and I just think it's stupid. So.
All right, let me see. 1 minute. Let's see. Horror and Coffee says, agree, Nate. They're reporting armed protests in front of every capital in all 50 states this coming week. They reported it on CNN.
Oh, on CNN, of course.
Oh,
there
boy.
you go.
James Paris.
Even if I live very far from the capital of Florida. So.
Oh, there you go. James Paris says, Butcher, they wouldn't say a word. Unboxing says, Alex, are you doing? Yes, we are doing the movie posters. I'll talk about that towards the 10 minutes left on the show. Wacka Butcher said, honestly, that what if the guy was wearing a gay pride flag? Can't help you with that.
They would not cancel it. I promise you they wouldn't cancel it. They would say, oh, dang it, that's unfortunate. We can't believe it.
Yep.
He's a traitor, but they wouldn't cancel it.
Yep. And then James Paris said, what if it was the Pirates of the Caribbean skull? Would Disney need to close the ride?
That ride will get shut down.
Yeah.
Oh, they got all this. Shut it down. Turn it off. No more Johnny Depp movies. Nothing.
Oh, they already canceled him already, so it's not like they changed.
No, they will pull them all off the shelves. No one can buy it.
Yeah, you can't buy Pirates of the Caribbean because they used it.
Yep. Disney
all right,
Plus
there
will
you go.
remove it,
The timer has went off. We are going on to the next topic. Now we're going to be going to our main topic, which is going to be Lord of the Rings for 30 minutes. So the clock is running. All right, guys, so let's talk about some Lord of the Rings here. Does it still hold up? So we're going to go around, say yes, and why, and then we go around.
Oh,
all right,
here
we go.
Copy.
Yo, he got his copy. That's the DVD, right? Widescreen. All right, so here we go. Triboro. Does it still hold up? Yes or no, and why?
Yes. It's a classic. The cinematography, the music, it's well paced. The acting, the costumes, everything about it. Like the whole story of Frodo, Baggins leaving his home, the Shire, and taking on this big responsibility of this evil ring that was created by Sauron, and nobody else wanted that task but Frodo, and Frodo took it upon himself and this burden to get rid of this ring for good, and he had help with Aragorn and with Legolas and Gimli, and I thought it was great. I've always loved this film, and just the way that it was done and everything about it is a classic film. And Elijah Wood, I've always been a fan of Elijah Wood's movies, from The Good Son and The Faculty. And I think it's great. I think it's definitely my favorite trilogy, one of my favorite trilogies. Definitely a classic film.
All right, Nate. Yes, no.
Shout out to The Faculty and The Good Son. Coming out with The Good Son. I love that movie. I have that on Blu-ray. Okay. Does it hold up?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Listen, the one thing that this movie, you don't have to worry about it. I mean, as far as holding up per se, it's timeless in that it's set in an old Middle Earth. It's not dated in any way is what I'm trying to get at. The filmmaking tech. Okay, some of the CGI maybe here and there. Even most of it's good. I just watched this last night for this very show. I put it on Instagram. I was watching it. Watch it on Blu-ray. Looked great. I need that 4K. I'll be honest. I would like to see how it looks, but the effects mostly hold up. They are mostly good. Most of the CGI is still very good. One or two here that doesn't look great, but besides that, all the filmmaking techniques were very, if not modern, maybe ahead. They were actually a bit ahead of their time as far as the mocap with Gollum, things like that. Peter Jackson was ahead in a few things that motion capture became more and more prevalent after this set of movies. So I would say being ahead of its time and being set in a time where it doesn't get dated because it doesn't have a setting of like 1995 or something, like it's not current. There's no pop music in it. There's no references that make it 2001 when it came out.
Right.
So yeah, I would say it absolutely holds up. Now, I know we're going to keep discussing, so I have other things I want to talk about, but just to answer that flat question, does it hold up for me?
Yeah.
Absolutely yes.
Okay. So for me, All right. Look, I'm gonna be really honest. I thought it was okay. Again, I'm a big fan of part 2. I think part 2 is the best of the 3 in terms of story, action, and all the jazz. I think it's just the best. 1 was okay. I sat there and I'm like, oh, all right. You know, even when they're like in when they're all sitting down and they're talking, who's gonna, you know, go with him and all that crap, and he's like, you can count on my axe, and you're like, you can count on my sword, and you know, all that corny lines.
And my bow.
Yeah, and my bow.
Right.
And all of a sudden, it's like everyone's all, you see, yeah. And then you got Saruman and Borat. You know, and I like the beginning too, where
Borat.
Oh, Borak, or whatever his name. I think it's Borak, right? The Borak.
Who's that? Oh, the Balrog.
Yeah, the Balrog, right? The big
the Balrog is the big
fire
Balrog,
thing, right?
yeah,
Yeah. He's like, run, you fools. And then you start running. I thought that was pretty cool. When Pippin's touched stuff and he goes, fool of a took. And I started laughing. I was like, oh, that's pretty funny. But look, honestly, you got Boromir. You got Sean Bean's character in it. He was pretty
You know what
cool.
that means? He's in a movie. You know what that means?
Yeah, he's gonna die
He's
quick.
dying.
Yeah, he's dying quick. Then you got, you know, Pippin and Merry, and they go separate ways. And I look again. Overall, I thought it was okay. But I think overall, as in terms of of adventure and storyline, I think 2 was way better. That I was more engaged with the story. I think more in 2 than 1. I was just like, yeah, okay. I'm like, that's cool. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it is what it is. For me, it is what I'm not saying it's the greatest movie ever. But I thought it was a good start to the trilogy. Let's just put it that way.
Triboro, which one is your favorite of the 3?
Yeah.
Well, it's between this one and the Two Towers, but like it's always this one for me because like just the way that it started, and they actually had like they told the backstory, like when the movie begins about, you know, when you see Saruman in the battle with the king, Aragon's pops, and you know they told the story, and then like when fast forward to the present time with Gandalf and with Frodo, and Frodo has to take on this big task, and it's not really, you know, up to, I mean, he could have said no, but he felt like, you know, in order to save, you know, my home in the world, I'm going to take on this task of getting rid of this ring once and for all. And I thought that was like a great story within itself. And then it's like seeing like his emotional, the different emotions that he went through with this ring, like being depressed and seeing Gandalf die when he was facing the Balrog, when they were in the cave, and then like a lot of things that he went through just to get rid of this one ring, and I think that was like a telling main part of the whole trilogy.
Yeah. I mean, a good point. You know, I have something I'm going to bring up after I, you know, talk here, because I got a question for you guys too. When I was watching it, I thought of like a question. I was like, I want to ask them when we get to it tomorrow. But I like this movie a lot. I think, you know, the thing is, and Alex, to your point, I feel like it might be why this one is really all set up for the next 2 movies. You know what I mean? They're introducing all the characters. They're introducing the world. They're introducing, it's a lot of backstory and then character introductions, and it's all set up. It is essentially the first act of a 3-act story. Which brings me to my question and my issue with this franchise in general. And don't get me wrong, I don't want everybody in the chat, please do not start saying Nate doesn't like it. I like it. I like the trilogy quite a bit. I really enjoy it. I think they're great. It's a great set of movies. Here's my issue. None of them feel like a complete movie because of the way this is set up. This is set up as a 3-act story, right? But each movie is 1 act, which means like you can't just watch the first movie and then not watch the other ones, because it ends with them just walking off into the distance like, well, what? It has no ending. You know what I mean? And then the second movie has no real beginning. You just kind of start off. You have to have seen the first one to know what's going on at all. And then it ends the same way, like, well, there's more. And then if you put the third one in, forget it. You've already missed 6 hours of stuff, and then it's a lot of fighting, and so the first movie has a start, and then the last movie has a finish. And then the middle movie doesn't have neither, and then each one is missing a part to me. So my question for you is, do you guys prefer... and Jay Manley says it's just like the books. Exactly. but it's meant to be one big story. So I get that. I get that point. My point is, do you guys prefer series of movies where, for example, Indiana Jones? You do not have to have seen Raiders of the Lost Ark to watch the Temple of Doom. It's its own movie. You know what I mean? You don't have to have seen either of the. They're not like they have the same characters, recurring characters, but they're not a. It's not a one big. This is just one story stretched over 3 movies. Which, if you don't like it, you're never gonna know how it ends because if you didn't want to keep watching after part 1,
right?
You can't really jump in the middle. You can't. If you jump in the middle, you will just be totally lost. Do you guys prefer these where it's one big story over multiple movies, or do you guys like? I actually prefer not this. I prefer the movies where they work as a movie, each individual one, like it has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and maybe they have recurring characters and things like that. Which do you guys like better? Because that's my only issue with this franchise. Like now, I feel like I have to watch the other 2. I can't just watch part 1. I now have to watch the other 2 because I started it, and every time I start one, I gotta watch them all. Like I hate that feeling. So that's my question to you guys.
I'll let Triboro. Go ahead, Triboro. You go. You started off.
I think like most of the iconic trilogies that I love, like Star Wars and Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, Back to the Future. I mean, you pretty much have to watch the other 2 films from the first one to get the full story. But I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I think that's just great movie making to keep the movie watcher engaging in each one of the films. So like when you finish Fellowship, you go into Two Towers, and then after that you go into Return of the King.
Right.
I don't like with Indy. Like if you watch Temples of Doom and you don't watch the first one, I mean, I don't know if you can. I mean, because you still want to know who is this guy, Indiana Jones? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Temple of Doom is a prequel anyway. It happens before Raiders. So you don't even need to watch Raiders to watch Temple of Doom. You could just, like, if it's a Saturday afternoon, you could just pop in Temple of Doom. And it will not be any lesser, without having watched. You can't just pop in the Two Towers, to me, because it's a middle of unless you have seen the first one a bunch of times. Is what I'm getting at.
And that would be like the indie series would be like the one exception. Like if you watch Matrix, you can't watch Matrix Reloaded or Revolutions without watching the first one. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
I agree with that, but you can just watch Matrix 1 and it has an ending and you don't have to keep watching. This movie doesn't really have an ending. It's a to be continued essentially. And I agree with you. There are plenty of series like this. This one, Star Wars, I think the original trilogy, to be honest, I don't even know if they knew that first one was going to be a big hit. George Lucas ended up, they kept the story going and they did a good job. But this one, Harry Potter is one. Like I feel like if you watch one, you gotta watch them all because you gotta watch 8 movies in a row. But there are plenty of series.
Yeah, but with I'm sorry to cut you off. But with the Harry Potters, you could watch those in separate movies and you're okay, except the last 2 because the last 2 is part 1 or 2. Like I could go, okay, you know what? I'm in the mood to see Prisoner of Azkaban because that's my favorite one. That's part 3, and I don't need to watch 1 and 2 because they started school. They all have beginning, middle, and endings. Each of those movies ends and it ends. Yeah, it's not like continued. They're like mini books of movies that continue in a long picture. Right. Yeah. So that's.
But look at James Bond. James Bond is a standalone movie.
Yeah.
You don't have to have watched any of the other ones to watch the Craig ones.
The Craigs you have to, but
besides that, all of the other ones are just a lot of comedy movies.
Yeah.
A lot of comedy movies are just there'll be sequels and it's a franchise, but you don't have to watch them all. So my question was, my question was, which do you prefer? Do you like the standalones or do you like the big long story told over 3 or 4 movies?
I like the epic trilogies because like if it's telling the story, I think going back to like when maybe it's the way that they were filming it because they were filming it simultaneously. So maybe I think that's how they planned it out, like to have 1, 2, and 3 all interconnect with each other. Yeah. And maybe that's why, like, you might feel like, well, if I watch 1, it's not complete. I gotta watch the Two Towers and the King as well.
I got you. Makes sense.
No,
I like it both. You know what this is though? Like this is one of the reasons why I don't watch. I'm not a big like TV fan because it's just like I don't like where it's so long form where everything I have to commit 15 hours of my life to see one story. This is why I don't read books, to be honest with you. I don't have the capacity to read an entire novel. So I watch the movie versions of them, and I like it when it's in one movie, and if it's in multiple, then I will see them. I love the Lord of the Rings. Don't get me wrong. I think the franchise is amazing. I just like to know, and I was asking the chat too, so hopefully they put some answers in there. But Alex,
let me, because I actually agree. I'm a twofer, dude. Like, I prefer, if the story needs to tell a brighter, like a bigger branch of the story, give me more, I'm okay with it. Like, for instance, look at the Avengers Infinity War into Endgame. I mean, you could put either one on whenever you want, but if you watch it from Infinity War into Endgame, it connects. It's a big it's a big comic book. But if you go, you know what? I'm just going to watch Endgame. You could, because you already saw Thor. He's already getting his ass whooped in the beginning, so you already know, like, holy crap. Or if you watch Infinity War, at the end, they give you Thanos comes. So you're already going, oh, shit. I could go watch it from this, or I could watch it from the other.
The MCU would be a good example of the latter of what I was explaining. Like, you can watch any MCU movie, honestly, and not watch all of them every time you sit down to watch one. They have beginnings, middle, ends. Now, they are part of a bigger universe. There's tie-ins. It's more rewarding, but you don't have to. Lord of the Rings, I feel like you have to watch them all every time.
That I kind of agree with you. And it's funny, me and my wife was starting to watch The Bournes this weekend. On Sunday, we watched it. And we watched the first two, right? I mean, let me just tell you, rewatching them things, I was all up in it. I was, oh my God. But two connects. It's like a story, just like Lord of the Rings. Right. Because once it ends, two picks up exactly where one ended. And you're going, oh, okay, this is awesome. Let me just, and this is a side note here for anyone out there, because I want to do an episode on this.
Okay.
Part 2 has one of the best, and I'm telling you right now, this is top of my list, the best car chase scene. Bourne and Kurt Urban driving. That scene is like 20 minutes of them driving through, like, I forgot if it was Russia or wherever the hell they were. Dude, it was just, I was stunned, dude. Like, how amazing the camera work and the outcome of that driving sequence was. Like, it was just crazy epic. Like, I forgot how good that shit was. But anyway, that's a separate episode.
For the podcast.
Yeah, we definitely going to have to do that because, let me just tell, I was pumped. After watching that car scene, I had to rewind it again to watch it again because that's how awesome part 2, which I think is the best of the 3 Bournes. But that's another side note. But I agree with you, Nate. I think if the story needs a bigger picture, I'm on board. But if it's a movie go ahead.
But I think, okay, now if you look at a movie like, Close Encounters of the Third Kind or E.T., those are great standalone films. But sometimes I feel like sometimes they might force a sequel that's not necessary.
Back to the Future.
Right. No, not Back to the Future. I love Back to the Future.
Yeah, but Back to the Future. Right. But when you look at the behind the scenes making, they just made part 1 and they had to force for part 2. That's why part 2 never made, like, it made sense, but they never, part 1 ended. Like, they talked about it. Part 1 of Back to the Future was it. But it got so popular that they had to make a part 2. And then they filmed 2 and 3, I believe, back to back. Because that thing came out like a month later in theaters, Back to the Future 3. So it's weird. But you're right, though.
I think what it boils down to is planned series versus series that are born out of success. You know what I mean? Like, The Lord of the Rings was planned as 3 movies.
Right.
And therefore, it plays as one gigantic movie over 3 parts. We just reviewed Kill Bill on the Action Podcast. Kill Bill's 2 movies because it was supposed to be 1 movie, and they broke it up into 2. Lord of the Rings is 1 story broken into 3. But something like Jurassic Park is 1 movie. Jurassic Park 2 is because Jurassic Park 1 made $1 billion. Jurassic Park 3 is because Jurassic Park 2 made $1 billion. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you have 2 different types of series. You have ones that are just successful and they keep making sequels, and they'll tie it together because they have to do something. I'm not saying movies where they're so standalone that they have no tie, but
I agree what Gigolo's talking about. Like, he's talking about, like, let's say Cobra with Stallone. Like, let's say they all of a sudden go, all right, and this is like after the movie's success, and they already finished, and they're like, this story is done, and they go, we need a Cobra 2 and 3. And it's like, oh, crap. And then they just wing it like, okay, Cobra's back to fight another Clink, clink.
Right. Or what about something like The Expendables? That's a good example.
That's
because of
another
Stallone,
good
right?
one. Yeah.
That's 3 movies.
Yeah.
Not a thing. They have nothing. You could just watch Expendables 2 if you just feel like watching Expendables 2.
2
You know
is
what
the
I mean?
best one, though.
Yeah,
Hands down.
it is. But you could just watch it.
2 is
You
the
don't need to have. I just feel like Lord of the Rings. Each movie is an incomplete movie. Is my argument. It's a great series. I agree with Triboro. Maybe, if not the best, one of the best trilogies. Like 1, 2, and 3, all great films. I just think each one is slightly incomplete because of the structure of the story. And that's my only gripe with it, is that I always feel obligated to watch all 3 every time I watch any of them. Because, like, I've seen part 1, and now tomorrow probably I gotta watch part 2 because I watched part 1, and then the next day I gotta spend 6 hours watching part 3. So, and that's my point.
Yeah, I mean, look, and it's funny, like, that's the reason why I get really pissed off with the DC movies. Because I see it, as a DC fan, I see it as a bigger picture. Like, what are you giving me in a bigger picture? But when we sit down and watch these movies, they're all individual crap. You're going, okay, this is not part of a universe. You're just giving me crap in one, like, for 2 hours. Like, this is not helping me out. Like, comic books is supposed to put a big picture out there, just like the MCU. Right. You got 23 films, and they put a big picture, and at the end was what? Endgame. That was the big picture that we all waited for. DC has not gave us that. That's the reason why I get so frustrated with this. Like, we got Justice League on 3 movies. Actually, 2 movies. We got Justice League, which is like, wait, you should have broadened out this whole thing. And that's what gets me so mad with the DC, and I'm so frustrated with it. Because I love bigger pictures, the outcome. Rockies, someone brought it up. James Paris, Rockies. You got 8 Rocky movies, 2 spin-offs, but they're all in a big picture.
Yeah, but see, the only reason I disagree with Rocky is Rocky, to me, is one of those series where, like, they just kept being successful, and so they kept making them. They're gonna tie them together, but it never was. I don't think it was ever intended to be the big story it was. Lord of the Rings was. The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games was meant to be over multiple films. Like, you know what I mean? That's
the 50 Shades of Grey?
50 Shades of Grey. No, to be honest, I mean, like it or not, which is very terrible. But yes, it is a story that was meant to be told over 3 movies. This falls into that. So that was my question. Like, do you guys like the stories that are meant to be over time?
Yes.
Or do you like the ones that kind of happen organically and they just kind of grow from there?
Yes. I will go. I will say this. Yes, I would. I like those.
Triboro already answered. Yeah, he said he likes them.
He loves those
I do
things.
too. I like both. I just don't like the feeling of, like, not being able to kind of watch one. It's my only gripe. Because then I always feel like I have to watch all of them. I don't like feeling like I have to watch all of them. I just want to watch all of them, if that makes any sense.
I get that. Like, with Lord of the Rings, I was okay with it. Like, once I found it, I was like, I'm okay. I'm good. I don't need to see 2 and 3 until I get the 4K. Then I'll watch all 3. But John Wick is like that. If I put on John Wick 3 or I watch a little bit of 3, I'm like, oh, damn, I got to go from the beginning and then work my way up to John Wick 3. Like, I can't
But that's
throw
just because
it
you
from 3.
really like it.
Yeah.
Like, you could watch John Wick 1, technically speaking,
100 times
and be done. But you could be done. You don't have to watch John Wick 2 in the sense of the story's over. The story of John Wick 1. The story of the Fellowship of the Ring is not over. There is no ending. It doesn't end. It just keeps, that's what I'm saying. Like,
towards the boat. Yeah. He was like, you can't swim. He's like,
the movie ends with 3 of them running into the woods and the other 2 walking down some rocks.
Yeah.
And that's it. There's no. So imagine if I'm like, if I've never seen this franchise and someone tells me to watch this movie and I put it in, I'm like, what the heck? This movie doesn't even have an ending. And then they're like, well, you got to watch the other ones. That is what I don't. I'm not the hugest fan of when you're trying to introduce people to stuff. Like, you must watch all 3 instead of, hey, watch this one. And if you like how it ends or whatever, there's no ending. It doesn't end.
But again, like going back to my point, that's like, for us movie lovers, we already know what's gonna happen in 2 and 3. Right. But like, for somebody being introduced to this trilogy, and if they like the first one, they're gonna want to see part 2 and see part 3 to see how everything ties together and how it ends.
True.
Yeah.
That's true. But if they don't, they will just never know. You're gonna have to explain it to them, because you're gonna be like, well, let me tell you, there's 7 more hours. Like the Godfather trilogy. You can watch Godfather 1 and stop. You could be done. You could say that was one of the greatest movies I ever watched. I don't need to watch anymore. If you watch 2, it's amazing as well. But just a point of conversation.
Yeah, but see, but it's
because I
kind of
noticed that when I
hard.
was watching it.
You see, but it's cool because with the Lord of the Rings, you could go, hey, watch Fellowship of the Ring. Is gonna bring, it's gonna give you the journey until the last. He goes to Mordor, right? You go John Wick. Watch John Wick 1 because then it introduces you the mystery of John Wick, and then it opens the doors for the later, right? Same thing with Harry Potter. You go see them in school, and then they graduate from school at the end, and they become old. So you're like, all right, cool. My problem is when someone goes, hey, where do I start with DC movies? You can't. You can't direct someone and go, hey, you got to watch X, Y, and Z because there ain't no prequels to them. They're all so different. The only one is Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Wonder Woman. That's the only 3 that ties into the Justice League. Whether it's the Josh Whedon cut or the Zack Snyder cut. Because
if their question is what do I have to watch Justice League, that's different than like which DC movie should I watch, because then you can just pick one that you like a lot. Because it is a standalone film. Each one is a standalone film.
Yeah, but there's a story. The thing is, they all have a storyline that intertwine with each other, and that's where it gets a little crazy.
Vaguely, though. Vaguely. Like, you can watch Batman. You could show someone Batman vs. Superman without them having seen Man of Steel. They're not going to be confused. They're not going to be lost. They're going to be like,
well, they're going to be lost because they're going to be like, why is Superman fighting General Zod in the beginning of the movie? Like, where did that come from?
That's the backstory that I disagree a little bit, but you could just say, hey, look, this was the previous battle that he was having. Batman witnessed it. That's how this jumped off. Now, you're not going to get the whole picture. Go ahead, Triboro.
I think the problem is being that DC is always rebooting their comics. It ties into the movie. So every storyline, storyline is gonna be different because they it's not 52 or it's a rebirth universe. So that's the problem they having every time they reboot their comic book line.
No, I mean, look, that I agree, but I just think in terms of their film properties are, for me, they're atrocious. If you ask me straight up, they are atrocious. It is atrocious. I mean, they're good to look at.
Tell us how you really feel about it.
No, dude, I've been telling everybody this. I don't care how everybody's, oh my God, what? It's atrocious. In a bigger picture, it's like atrocious. Like it's something that I will fire everyone in that's sitting in the seat of like, dude, you guys are suck ass in telling stories in the movieverse. But in terms of the Lord of the Rings, I like the way it took a 7-year or 8-year gap for them to work on this all movies together. So you had all the actors for 8 years together. They became a brotherhood. They all got tattoos after everything was done, which I thought that was pretty cool. Before we have 4 minutes left on this topic, do you guys have any negative of Fellowship of the Ring? Whether it's story, whether it's time, because we didn't see the 6-hour cut. So we saw the 3-hour cut.
Yeah, I didn't watch the extended cut.
Yeah, so what negativity do you have? Because we did all the pros, but what's some of the cons that you guys saw in the movie that you said, man, they could have just tweaked this up a bit without seeing the 6-hour cut that you thought the 3-hour cut needed help with?
I'll let Triboro go first.
Yeah.
I don't really have any
no negativity?
cons. Nah. I mean, to me, it's a perfect trilogy. I don't, and when it's like a flawless trilogy like that, I don't really have any cons about it. Like I thought everything was well placed and needed to be where it was, and I love it. I don't have no problems with it at all.
Nate?
Yeah, I already gave mine. It has no ending. This movie doesn't have an ending. It just stops. It doesn't really end so much as it stops. You know what I mean? Like the credits just come up. That's number one. This as a movie, just the Fellowship of the Ring, it has no ending, so I don't like that. Number two, I think Peter Jackson was so slavishly accurate to the books that there's a lot of like filler stuff in this movie. Like there's a lot of them just like walking. There's a lot of scenes, like there's things where when I was watching it, I was imagining if you're reading it, it plays different. For example, when they're hiding under the tree from the wraith that's on the thing.
Yeah.
Like that scene goes on for like 5 minutes of them hiding under the tree. And it's one of those things where like on paper, you write, they're hiding. The wraith is standing over it. It's 2 sentences. You know what I mean? And on film, it's 5 minutes of time. So it has to do, I know the runtime, it's an epic movie. It's an epic runtime. That's fine. But there's always little things like that they could cut. Like they're just sitting here under a tree for 5 minutes. Like, come on, let's move it along. There's a lot of walking in this, just walking. So, you know, I don't know. Those are my only gripes. I still love it, but those, if I wanted to have some negatives. So,
if anything, that was a build up to like to show you that like, of the fear in Frodo and with Merry and with Pippin.
This just goes to show you how we have very different views.
I
on this.
love
like,
I love Triboro. He's like,
for Triboro,
they're walking for a reason.
It built up the suspense. And for me,
Right.
I was like, I get it. They're scared. Now let's move along. You know, like
and
this is
they
5 minutes
were
of them being
running,
scared.
and that's that whole scene. It seemed like they were running like from day to night until they got to the pub.
Yeah.
You know, like they were running away from the ring race. But I mean, you get why they were doing that, because at any given point, being that Frodo had the ring and he kept like the ring kept like telling him to put it on, and that's the way that they could have gotten caught by the ring race in the first place. So I think that was like to build up the suspense of that scene.
I get it. I get that. You know what though? This is a funny movie because you can. And I'm sorry, actually, my last point. You can describe this movie to someone in about 10 minutes. To be honest,
Right.
It's 3 hours long, but you can pretty much go from start to finish of what happens in about 10 minutes. Which that is my point. Like, I've seen movies that are 90 minutes that I've tried to explain them to people, and it takes me forever because they're dense within a short amount of time. This is just, everything's just very dragged out. So, you know, I get it. It is very faithful. It's a very faithful adaptation. And it's a world building. It just depends on how you look at it. For me, it's a little too much at times, but I get why people enjoy it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's funny. Honestly, I don't have crazy. I agree with Trevor. I don't have nitpicks on this. I enjoy the whole gallop and them walking and talking, and I have no nitpicks with that. I think the only thing is a 6-hour cut for me. I have 10 seconds left before this ends. I enjoy the 6-hour cut because we get to see from point A to point B on a lot of the journeys that they took together to get to Mordor. Right. So, with that said, bam, we finished it in 30 minutes. Our Lord of the Ring discussion. With that said, let's see what everybody here has to say on it.
James in the chat says, Lord of the Rings was upsetting in the theater when it ended with them just walking away. And that's my point. Imagine, you know, we have the luxury of watching this now after the fact, but when you saw it at the theater and you had to wait a whole year, I saw this in the theater. I was 14. Right. I said, that's how it ends? And I got to wait a year to even see the next part of it? Like, there's not even a real ending.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Unboxing said, I guess my only issue with Lord of the Rings is not having an ending. So I am with Nate there. James Paris said, issue is DC needs to set a storyline and work it fully through with a thought out plan. That's why MCU worked. Once MCU really gained traction, they sat down with the bigger idea for a larger story. DC is throwing stuff at the wall. Totally agree with that. Jay Manley says, oh, damn old thing. I'm going to keep going up for you guys. Wacka Butcher said 50 Shades of Grey is the greatest series of films ever made. Better than The Godfather
Waka.
or Lord of the Rings. James Ferris says Rocky was about the successful movies that they kept making, not the Rings trilogy. Horror and Coffee said the Underworld films. That's another good one because the Underworld films that was a really good trilogy. I haven't seen the last one.
Yeah,
I haven't in 4K. I haven't seen the last one, so I don't know where it goes in the story. So I don't know. Huh?
4 and 5 are absolutely horrible. I have all 5 of them. I like that franchise because I like the first 3.
Right.
4 and 5 are god awful.
Which one is 4?
Why do these exist?
Which one?
Blood Wars? Oh no, Blood Wars is 4. Awakening.
I like
5,
Awakening.
4?
That's the one with the kid?
Oh. Yes,
that was a good one. That was a good one.
No, it's not
Oh,
good.
my
Don't
God.
lie to these people, Alex. Don't
No,
lie to them.
that's
It's
a
not
good one.
It's
The one
very
that
bad.
was caca was the third one, The Rise of the Vikings. That was
one's
not
way
good.
better.
Oh, no
That
way.
better.
Oh,
That
get
one's
out of
way
here.
better.
Oh, we
Yeah.
definitely
Michael
going to be
Sheen was
tackling
in
those.
it. He was awesome.
We're tackling
4
those.
sucks.
Oh,
yeah,
my
we'll do
God.
it.
Your face sucks. All right, here we go.
It's yours. No digital codes tonight.
No codes, damn it. We're ending it now. No, just joking. Twilight. Did you guys ever seen the Twilight? I'd never seen Twilight series. You guys seen the Twilight
I've seen all
series?
of them.
I saw it for the hype, but I didn't care for it though.
That's for the hype.
Oh, they're horrible. I saw all 5.
Oh,
With
okay.
a different girl every time, pretty much all terrible.
Wow. Was
Now,
it terrible?
trying to mix it up.
Yeah. Did you do the popcorn trick?
I did the night trick. It's where I close my eyes and I go night.
All right. Here we go. James Perez says, that's true, Nate. Those are not a complete movie. It truly is a trilogy versus Harry Potter. That's a series, but you can watch the fifth one if you wanted to. And B, yeah. So that's what we talked about. Yep. Other than that, Wacka Butcher said, can you say you need to see Back to the Future 2 and 3 to fully appreciate 1? No. You could just see 1 by itself and you're good. Unboxing said, can't go wrong with some Jason Bourne. Oh, you can never go wrong with some of that. All right, let's see. That reminds me, when I called in, there is something I want to tell you guys on live, and it's kind of explains something about the MCU.
No. Sorry, Unboxing. Tonight, we have a very strict timer. It's posters only. You cannot tell us about the MCU tonight. We're having
All right, so here we go. All right, so I'm going to put the 10-minute clock. Now, this 10-minute clock is basically for you guys. 10 minutes. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. I put the link on top. You guys are going to join us live. You can talk to Triboro. Yes, you can show posters. Whack a Butcher. Whoever got the best stuff are going to win some codes. We're going to be giving away some codes. We got Atomic Blonde, and we got
Daddy's Home.
4K. So we're going to be giving those away. So with that said, just show off your stuff. I got Whack a Butcher stuff. So with that said, all right, so let's start it off. Let me put up the main screen. We already got a caller in.
You know it. Y'all know who it is.
All right, here we go. Hold on. You're not live yet, buddy.
And Unboxing, who's gonna be there, he tagged us on Instagram as well with his. I think it was like a Black Panther poster. That was pretty cool. He has 19 copies of Black Panther.
All right, so here we go. So we got Unboxing here. What's up, buddy? What you got here?
Nothing much, man. I guess I'm gonna show off the movies and the posters. I know I showed it already, but I'm just gonna show it off again. So I'm gonna show off the poster first. Let me see. I'm gonna show off the poster. So this here, I got this poster actually for free. I actually got it from the Disney Movie Insiders because I had, I think like maybe 600 points because I got it from some of the movies I bought. So it was like a 27x40 poster, and I was able to get this sucker framed. So I really liked how this poster looks, and kind of
a good poster.
Yeah. I really love it. So it's pretty cool. And then, I went upstairs and I got some of the stuff. So here's the Zavi Steelbook.
How many copies of Black Panther do you have? Was it 4? 4.
Here's the 3D standard. I got, the good old Best Buy one.
All right.
That's the one I got. The only one I got.
And then the standard Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm. Any particular reason why you bought 4 copies of it?
Yes, there is a good reason. So back when the Black Panther movie was coming out, I think it was like May, I was trying to go to Best Buy and pick up the Steelbook, but I didn't have time, so I decided just to go ahead and just grab myself the standard Blu-ray. I was at Walmart, and I know they were doing that stupid release with the no digital code, and I was like, there's no way I'm buying that. So I just go up to another store, and they had it with the digital. I was like, all right, I'm buying this, so just to have it for now. And then a few months later, in December, someone gave me this Steelbook as a Christmas present.
Nice.
And then, because I was trying to collect as many 3Ds as I can, so I got the 3D copy from like Amazon for like $15.
That's not bad.
And then I got the Zavi one here at a half price books for $20.
Nice.
So you went full on bargain. Like, this is just a good deal. I'm just gonna grab it.
Yes, man, definitely.
All right, so we're gonna judge. We're gonna judge his stuff. Okay. Nate, what do you give his entire lot of Black Panther stuff?
Black Panther lot from Unboxing. You know what?
Yeah.
For sheer effort of getting so many copies of something, being a very big fan of it, I have that Best Buy Steelbook. I think it's great. I actually like the Zavi Steelbook quite a bit. And
not forget about poor old Chadwick.
Poor old, okay, I don't want to score for poor old Chadwick, but thank you for bringing it up. And then the poster is very nice. I actually like the poster quite a bit. I'm gonna give the whole thing a 4.5, almost a 5. I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
4.5?
Yeah,
Not bad. Not
and
bad.
the half point is because you got the poster framed, which adds a
Yes,
half
I
point.
actually had that because I bought like a ton of posters from Amazon on that day, and so the frame was not cheap. I'll just say that it was like $25 just to get this framed, so it was not cheap to get this thing framed because I was at Target and I was buying so many frames
Half a point for effort.
just for like
There you
all
go.
of these posters that I got over here.
There you go.
No extra credit. Thanks for showing them.
All right,
Triboro.
Triboro, what do you give out of
I
5?
like the frame poster. How come you didn't hang it up though?
I'm actually working on my new room. I have like a new room in the works right now. So once we're done, we're gonna just put it up somewhere. I'm probably gonna put it on my front door, or maybe on one of my walls, maybe next to my movie shelf.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
All right.
I like the frame poster and the different editions he had. So he definitely get a 4.5, and rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
yeah,
Triboro did the opposite of me. He knocked off half a point because you didn't have it hung up. You might have got a 5.
All right, so
Yeah.
so for myself, you got some limited edition steelbooks there that are hard to get. It's not like it's easy to find. You do got the poster. You
know
did
what? I know-
tag
I know-
us
I can
on
make this.
Instagram, so
a
that's an
second.
extra
Tag us.
point. So I'm gonna give you a 5.25 for tagging us
I know how to make
on.
Nate change the score.
No, that's a 14.25.
There you go. 14.25 for everyone. So, Triboro, thank you so much. I mean, Triboro. Unboxing.
Unboxing.
He's on the
Yes,
show.
my bad. Unboxing. Thank you so much. Good luck. We got someone else now calling in. We got
All right,
Jay.
unboxing. Thanks.
All right,
Peace
here
out,
we go.
dude. Thanks for having me.
All right, hold on one second, Jay.
Here comes
so I
Jay
can
with
bring
his
you in.
Flash Gordon poster. Let's see it.
All
I'm
right,
going to
here
be
we
honest with you. I don't have any poster, but I do have one cool thing I want to share with you.
All right.
So Flash Gordon.
You know
poster.
me being the barbecue dude.
All
or
right.
whatever you want that. I have this little Star Wars thing. I mean, tongs. Check it out.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, that is
wow.
awesome.
Okay. Now that is cool.
That is, oh, dude, that
That's
is badass,
oh,
dude.
look at the whole bottom part opens.
It comes off, and you can you hear it?
It makes
it
makes
makes
noise. Oh, I want one. Where did you get one? I need
I
that.
got it. After I got it as a. I can't remember if I got it as a birthday gift or a Christmas gift. My old timers was kicking in.
Well, then
But
remember.
I've had it for a while. But you know what? I've never used it. I just keep it as a show-off toy. Just
Holy smokes.
Oh, I will use the shit out of that.
All right, let's score.
But
Jay.
you know
All
what?
right,
I
let's score Jay
would
now.
like to pick up my chicken wings and eat with it maybe one day.
Oh, dude, that is awesome. All right, so here we go. Nate, what do you rate the barbecue saber?
Jay,
I like that.
Jay, this is the coolest thing you got, bro. This is a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
You got if you put the cap on, you got a little miniature lightsaber, like a lightsaber dagger, pretty much. And if
Let's
you
see.
take the cap off, it's tongs. And if you open the tongs, it makes noise. This thing is very cool. 5 out of 5 for me. I think it's awesome.
That's beautiful. That is freaking beautiful. Triboro, what do you give this luscious treasure?
Tongs.
This tongs.
I probably would give it a 5 because it's probably like a rare item like you probably couldn't find anywhere else. So I'll give that a 5.
I've never seen it before.
Yo,
This is
dude,
my
let me
first
just
time
tell
ever
you right
seeing this
now.
thing.
Somewhere from me, I'm going to hunt that shit down for myself. I am going to give that thing a 5 because that is an amazing barbecue freaking tong. I mean, that is that is awesome, dude. You just pulled off. This is crazy, dude. That is awesome. Good luck on your chances on winning one of the prizes. But again,
He's gonna get one.
he's gonna get one of them. I mean, that's just amazing. I love it. Someone gotta
All right,
hunt this thing
one
down.
more time for the show.
Yeah,
man.
one more time. Oh! I love it. Oh my God!
man.
Thank you so much, Jay. That is an
thank
awesome
you.
saber, dude.
I need one of those to
Yes.
flip my steaks. I'm
Yes.
not even lying.
I'm not lying. We're gonna hunt this saber stuff down. Thank you so much, Jay.
Sick.
Thanks, Jay. Good luck. All right, guys. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, you could pull off some stuff here. Okay, this is not.
nice.
This is some crazy ish. This dude whipped
Wanna
out
see
a
your
saber
collectible
tongue. Okay.
Movie things.
Yes. So, okay, Whack-A-Butcher sent me 4 photos. I'm just going to tell you what it is because I don't want to – it's his personal space and I don't want to show it off live. So, he showed me the Amazing Spider-Man book with the poster. He showed me the movies that we saw, Blu-ray with the poster. Then he showed me Tupac with him on the poster smoking a cigar and him doing the peace sign. The album is called – All Eyes on Me, the album. He's showing his Thug Life tattoo on his stomach. And then he has the Above the Rim poster with the 2 Apocalypse Now. I guess I'm saying it right. Am I saying it right?
Apocalypse
Triboro?
Now?
No, it says
Oh,
Tupacalypse.
Tupacalypse Now.
Yeah, now.
So another Tupac
Yeah.
album. Yes.
And then he has another one that says Cherry Bomb Number 1. And it has Scum F, the Scumfuck, Flower Boy. And then it has some dude grabbing his head going crazy. So, with that said, it's up to you guys. You could play your imagination what it looks like. But he showed me 4 items. So, it's up to you guys to rate.
He didn't show no. He didn't
I
show
know
it. Like, come
it's
on,
his personal. It's his
come on the
personal
show,
space. I know, but his
Wacker's
personal
always
space.
tagging. Wacker tags me all the time. We always tagging me.
I know. Well,
You're calling
hey,
Come
him
on,
out.
Wacker.
I like it.
I love it. Shouting
If
him
I don't
out.
see it live, I don't give it a score. So you're gonna have.
Where he at? Wacker, where you at? Come on the show so I can see it. Come on the
Yeah.
show. I want to see it.
He
There
said,
you
"All right,
go.
hold on."
All right, hold on. Hey, I'm following the guy's rules, man. He did. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
Triboro's
They don't
the
want to show.
guest.
They
He
want to
says,
show.
"You don't show it, you don't get a
Right.
single point."
Exactly. You tagging me
Yeah.
everything else. Come on the show.
All right, Vincent Smith said, "I can't believe it beat out Black Panther physical media collection, dude. That barbecue
How? Did you see
set
that thing?
is crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
come on.
everyone owns Black
He's a-
Panther memorabilia. That,
Zoom.
how many people owns a Saber barbecue tongue? Show of hands, because I know no one here has them. I know people that are watching this, except Jay has them. So, come on. This is a physical media show, not a barbecue
No, it's
show.
not.
Hey, no.
It's
It's
a
a
geek show. It's not a
collectible
physical media show.
geek show. It's not just a
collectible.
physical media show. This is a collectible geek show. So, if you show me statues,
We've talked
Yes.
music. We've talked
Yeah.
movies.
Yep.
We talk all things geek. It's not just DVD show.
yeah.
Right.
I know the rules
Here he
are
comes.
posters, but that is one of the coolest things I ever seen. All right, here we go.
He came with a curveball.
I
My
think
man
so.
Jay just
Here we
came
go.
with the curveball.
Hold on, let me putting you live. Hold on 1 second. Putting you live here. All right.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
You are now live, my friend.
All right. So I'm gonna try not show off as much as I can, but first things first. Spider-Man.
Oh, it's a nice
Uh,
Spider-Man poster.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Got this for $20, I believe. So, yeah. Then we got my Tyler the Creator little, I guess, wall right here
Oh, wow.
from his 2017 album Flower Boy and Cherry Bomb 2015. That's not really a poster, but I just hung it up. Spider-Man Miles Morales, the game thing. Then we
Okay.
got my Tupac one. And then hold on.
Oh.
He doesn't want to show off his stuff.
His room is dirty.
There you
Oh,
go.
there we go.
No, it's because I have family pictures in the middle. That's why.
No.
Okay.
Understandable.
And then we got Above the Rim, one of my all-time favorite movies ever, on poster too.
Okay.
And yeah, that's pretty much everything.
Okay.
All right, so Nate,
I like
what?
the Spider-Man poster. I actually really like the Spider-Man poster.
So what are you giving him?
I'm gonna give that. He had a lot of stuff. Some are smaller, kind of mini posters, things like that. I'm gonna give just for the Spider-Man poster, because I really liked it. I'm gonna give it a 4.
All right. Triboro.
I'm giving it a 3.5 because you didn't frame none of the posters. You have to frame those. They look better.
You know how much frames cost?
3.5.
Yeah, I love this dude. Oh, this
You
is
didn't tag me
funny.
in there. You didn't tag me in that post, Marco.
There you go. I'm gonna give him a 4 because he got a lot of cool stuff here. But again, Wackabucha, thank you.
11.5.
Yes, you might be in the runnings.
He's in third.
Yes. So with
He
that,
won last week, though.
he did one last week. All right, so we take one more, and then that's it. So if you guys want to show off posters with your physical media and the same
Yeah,
frame,
You got like 3 minutes.
you
And
got
then
3 minutes.
I think what we'll do is Jay is currently in the lead, but Unboxing had a good amount of stuff. So I think Jay with the 15, he can pick. I think we should let him pick which digital code he wants. Unboxing will get the leftover code. I think that's fair. He'll get the second code. Kind of how Ralph got last week.
Yep.
The runner-up code, which is whichever Jay doesn't pick. Because he got a 15 for the lightsaber talk.
Well, I mean, we'll give it to Unboxing first because technically he's by the rules. Today was posters, so he got the
That's a good
posters,
point.
and then
That's
Jay
a good
Manley is gonna win because that
He'll
shit
get
was
the
awesome.
consolation.
Yeah,
Because he
it's
didn't
just
have
an
a
awesome.
poster,
Yeah,
but he had something cool.
yeah, that's.
Fair. I like it.
So we're gonna go by the rules because I don't want people to go, oh, they didn't do it by the rules. We're doing it by the rules. Unboxing so far got the coolest posters and physical media right now. So you guys want to call into the show? Hit the link on top. Show us your poster with the physical media that matches. Or it doesn't have to match, but it's the same kind of thing going. Music or anything other than that. You guys will be getting ranked. So with that said, if not, I will be closing it now.
Yep.
You know what? I'll put a 30-second time limit up. If the time limit goes down, then.
All right. Unboxing. I'm going to put in chat. Which do you want?
Atomic Blonde.
You can choose from Atomic Blonde, Digital Code, or Daddy's Home. He usually answers pretty quick. Let's see what we get here.
All right. 3, 2, 1. That's it. The buzzer's off. The challenge
Microwave.
is over. Yeah, I'll have a buzzer by next week.
Sound like a microwave
So look,
countdown.
with that said,
He wants
challenge is
Comic-Con.
over. We got 3 people. Unboxing 1, the big challenge was poster with photo of whatever it is. He matched it up. It was a Black Panther theme. He showed us physical media Zavi cases. He showed us
Very
Best
cool.
Buy cases, regular cases,
3D.
Chadwick on top of the tiger and poster. Awesome collection.
And
So-
framed.
And
Very
framed, which
Right.
is hard to do. Triboro
Right.
likes that shit. He loves that shit framed.
Yes.
Okay? So,
Yes.
with that said, congratulations to Unboxing. You choose. He picks Atomic Blonde. So all you have to do is DM me, and you get yourself a Atomic Blonde code.
And Jay,
And
you get
Jay.
Daddy's Home.
You get Daddy's Home code. So, again, that is congratulations on that. Next week, this is the way it's going to go. Next week, I'm going to pick some random geek stuff. You guys got to show it off. Instagram, tag Levels of Geeks on it. You might get extra points. So, next week is going to be your coolest collectible figures. Now, you got to pick one, all right? I mean, I got a bunch of them. I can show it off right now. I got
got
tons of
some.
stuff.
I-
There you go.
I got
Don't
some.
show it
Yeah,
off,
he's not gonna be
Triboro.
here, so you could,
Yeah,
save
don't show
You
it
can
off.
enter.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
again, the collectible figure. So I can pull out, look, I'll pull out right now, just for show. Right now, I can just pull this out. I go, oh, look, this is my coolest one. This is not my big one, but stuff like this. I want to see figure statues, okay? Tag it with your movie, whatever movie it is. If it's Joker, put it with the Joaquin Phoenix Joker and yourself in the photo. Tag Levels of Geeks figure challenge. And then we're going to be giving away, for next week, we're going to be giving away Ip Man 4 4K disc. All right? So whoever wins is going to be getting a 4K physical disc. So, again,
Now, I
of
think
course,
we're doing
with digital
doing-
codes also. So,
Funko Pops, right?
yes. We're gonna be doing
Okay,
Funko
so
Pops. Do you
that
want
can count as your figure? Yeah.
Yes.
So let's just give them a little preview. Next week,
Yes.
me and Alex were talking. We were like, hey, we like this. We're gonna make January the month of things that we own. Right. The first week we did, we hosted the 10 movies we think you should own to start a collection. That went very well. We got a good response. You guys liked it. We like seeing your stuff. This week we did. You guys knew the posters were coming. We reviewed a movie with you guys. Next week, we're going to be showing off me and Alex, we're going to be kind of going over our Funko Pops. I don't really have figurines, but I have a lot of Funko Pops. So we're going to be showing them off, the ones we like, our favorite ones, talk with you guys, see if you like them, look at your figure, same thing. And then should we let them vote on the last week? Because unboxing gave us a good category, and then I had a category that I thought we could do. So we'll let them vote, I think. I'll put it on my Instagram. Alex, if you're okay with this. I know this is kind of on the fly, but...
You flying it, man. You flying it. Yeah.
All right, I'll do it. So last week, for the following week, which would be should be the last Monday of the month,
yeah,
we could either do, me and Alex could show off our best, because you guys showed your best kind of box sets, collectible sets. If you guys want to see mine and Alex's, we could show ours off on the show. Just kind of talk about the box sets themselves, or whatever. Maybe not a box set. Maybe it's a rare, a rare Blu-ray that's like out of print and very hard to get. Whatever. We could show you ours. Or unboxing's topic was our top 10 favorite steelbooks. Now I know Alex has a lot of steelbooks. I have hundreds of steelbooks.
Yeah.
And we would give you our top 10 favorites. We'll show them here. Show you the art. So
we'll
don't vote in the
up.
chat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna put the poll on my Instagram story. So go there. You're going to vote for either mine and Alex's best, kind of coolest movies, or top 10 steelbooks. And then we'll think of something for you guys to show us.
Yeah, that'll be the final Monday, and then we'll put a challenge for that. Maybe show off your favorite artwork.
Maybe
for
steelbooks.
Yeah, show off your steelbooks.
Then we do steelbooks.
Yeah, show off your steelbooks. Tag us on Instagram, and then if you show us to us live, you get some stuff with that. But next week, me and Nate, I'm going to be going into my closet here because I got tons of Funko Pop exclusives. I'm going to pull out the 10 best ones that I own. Nate might do the same thing.
Same, yeah.
We're going to do 10 Funko Pops that we own. We're going to show them off. But your guys' challenge for this week into Monday is show off your figures, movie that matches your figure.
Statues.
Yeah.
Funkos. Action figures. Like people do action figures.
Yep.
And what's that brand? NECA? Is it?
Yeah,
NECA.
Nika.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got one of those, bring it.
Yeah. So whoever wins are gonna win 4K physical copy of Ip Man, and we're gonna be giving away also some digital codes to the runner-ups. Like
I have
always.
10 Cloverfield Lane on digital code, so
Oh, there you go.
we'll be giving that away too.
I'll be giving away, just to let you guys know, would be Total Recall. So you got a choice of Total Recall, 10 Clover Lane, or the main prize is the 4K giveaway. Yeah. So we're gonna have fun with that. So with that, guys, I hope you enjoy the challenges. I think we're gonna keep doing this because I kind of like it. It's kind of fun.
It's fun.
It goes with the Levels of Geek brand. So we're gonna have fun with that. Now, let's just close out the show. Keep it
plug
short.
Our stuff.
Yes, we'll be plugging in. I just want to blow us up so we could do this. Triboro, because you are the man of the hour. Thank you so much, man, for joining in the show. Your ass is coming back again because you're the harshest. Right. You're the harshest
he's
dude.
At 3.5.
I love it. I love it because he's wearing the hat. That's why I love it. So Triboro's coming back.
I mean, he said unboxing. Why is that on the floor?
I love it. I love it. I love it. Why is it not framed? That's shit like that is what I love. Triboro's gonna be coming back again, like always. But guys, please listen to my man talk. Please plug your stuff, Triboro.
Yes, Daddy Matt Podcast. Subscribe, please, like, comment, share. Got a lot of good stuff coming, so yeah, check it out.
Yep, all his links are in the description, so please join his community over in his YouTube channel. Nate.
Yeah, I got some new stuff finally. So me and my boys, we got together, and a lady, we got together and recorded some new podcasts. So Netflix movie reviews, Apple Podcasts. If you guys want my top 10 of 2020 and my bottom 5 of 2020, we recorded that show on Saturday. It should be up this week. If one of them's not up already today, it should be tomorrow. And then the other show is a review show. So we did review Wonder Woman. I know you guys got my take here, but me and other people that didn't discuss it here. Also, I reviewed Soul, which I didn't review here. I reviewed Promising Young Woman. So if you want to hear my take on other movies that I didn't talk about here, please check me out. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, if you use that. Google Play, if you're an Android user. Netflix movie reviews. We're going to have 2 shows this week, so check them out.
Yeah, so in terms of Levels of Geeks, me and Nate tomorrow, we're going to be hitting back into the studio. We're going to do our recordings for our 2 episodes plus our 4K review, which is going to be Ip Man 3. It's going to be our disc review, which we break those things down. And, of course, our 2 podcasts is going to be Lucy and Ip Man 3, the movie review. We're going to be breaking down the movie and Lucy and then the 4K breakdown reviews. Guys, thank you so much for enjoying those episodes. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback on the disc review versions and then the movie reviews. You guys are enjoying the podcast and those things because I'm enjoying it. So thank you so much.
Fun.
Yeah, I'm enjoying putting those things together for you guys, trying to make it as much different as possible. But again, guys, that is everything that's coming out for Levels of Geeks. And again, we're going to be changing the logo to our podcast, but I'll review all that next Monday once everything is finalized between me and Nate on design work. But it's going to be pretty fun. We're going to be doing a lot of reworking with a lot of stuff online and stuff like that. But that's pretty much everything that's coming out this week. Again, thank you guys for liking the content that we're putting out every week on Levels of Geeks. I've been having fun playing the Valhalla Live. I'm going to try that again. This week I figured out all the kinks with the PS5. Me and Nate is planning our Friday the 13th play along where you guys get to join us live and
Unboxing got it.
Yeah,
Time for
Unboxing
me to
got
get
it.
murdered.
Yeah, Triboro, you got to get Friday the 13th
Come on, Triboro.
on PS4.
Borrow your friend's PS4.
Yeah,
I
man.
know you got an Xbox. Borrow a friend's.
I got Xbox.
Ah, boo! Boo! No, I'm just joking. But with that said, guys, look, thank you so much again for supporting the channel throughout the year. I've been having a blast with this. Like I said, 2021 is just starting. We're starting to find our rhythm here, and we finally found our Mondays are going to be where we show off our geeky stuff for some fun prizes and for some crazy stuff. So again, guys, thank you so much. Enjoy your night. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, the replay, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Hit those notification bells. So every time new episodes drop on Thursdays and Saturdays, and then Fridays are disc reviews, you guys will be notified. We're always live Mondays and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Next week, this week is going to be Wednesday, which is David, our other co-host from Flicks Talk. He's going to be joining us Wednesday. We're going to be talking about some other nonsense that's going on in Hollywood, plus some topic of the week. So with that said, guys, thank you so much, Triboro, for joining in, buddy.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yes. Nate,
Thanks.
thank you so much for joining into the show, like always.
Yeah.
And
I'll be back.
I love your beard. You look so sexy.
Thank
Till
you so
then,
much,
thank
brother.
you everybody that is still with us. And thank you everybody that's with us still. Unboxing, Jay Manley, Transformer Con, let me just Whack a Butcher, Vincent Smith, Becklish, she fell asleep or is chasing a dog. James
She probably
Perez.
cleaning.
Yeah, she might be cleaning. No, she's here though. I see her though.
Yeah, she's here.
Tony Movie Chappie, Sam Jr., Jose Rosado. I just don't want to miss nobody. That's everybody.
Oh, by the way, this might be bad to say, but I'll give myself away. It's okay. With everything going on, kind of crazy, James, still have your box. So
Oh,
here's what we're going to
Jesus.
do.
Oh,
James,
wow.
James, I'm going to need you to host the Royal Rumble. James is a big wrestling fan, my
Nice.
cousin James. So at Royal Rumble, if you have a thing at your house, I will show up with the box. We'll take the photos and everything and we'll post it. And we'll post Royal Rumble and we'll eat. So
There you
I will
go.
bring it. I have it right here. It's kind of crazy, and but I will bring it at Royal Rumble if you do a get together.
So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this format with the time. I think it worked well. It flowed perfect. So again, guys, thank you so much. Enjoy your night. Watch some movies. And I don't know. Be awesome to each other and geek out.